Good morning, my friends. So I just made my coffee, which I was gonna film, but didn't. Just like I was gonna film hanging out last night with you guys, but I didn't even finish my chocolate after dinner. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you, my body just gets so tired now. I just crash. So I had my water laid out. I was gonna chug a bottle of water before bed. I was gonna go to the restroom one last time. I downloaded the new Netflix docu-series about Dahmer because I love adVANturers and I love serial killer documentaries. So I was so excited to watch a couple episodes of that. I was gonna do my face and brush my teeth and do my whole nighttime routine with you guys and then settle in for a couple episodes and go to bed. Next thing I know, I'm waking up. I still have all the lights on in the van. It's 1 a.m. I missed a text from my mom at 8 p.m. So I know I fell asleep before 8. I'm telling you, I'm so frustrated, but I'm out here and I'm doing it. So I did wake up feeling pretty hungover this morning compared to how I normally wake up. Obviously, I slept great. I got my full hours in, but I just kind of felt hungover and draggy just from that little tiny hike that I did last night. So I decided, as much as I wanted to, I'm not going to push myself. I'm not going to hike this morning. I'm just going to enjoy my coffee, enjoy the trees at camp and the birds flying around my site. And then I'm going to go on my glass bottom boat tour that I have booked. I just missed the museum yesterday. It said it closed at 5 p.m. So I'm hoping that it's open today. That way I can at least walk around and show you the museum. If not, we'll do a little tour of the Cracker Village after my boat ride. And then I'll probably come back to camp and relax and have a snack and have some lunch. And then we'll go for some more hikes. And I'll show you a little bit more of the park. And then tomorrow morning, I'll do an early morning hike before I head out. So it's probably good that I forgot my clam because I'm just such a little wuss right now. I guess I just need to conserve all my energy. But it's nice to be catching up on rest in a beautiful spot. I love being surrounded by trees and stepping out right among them in the morning. And it's actually a little cooler than normal today. It was actually under 70. I think it's probably back over 70 now, but it was 69 when I first stepped outside. So that was a nice little treat. So yeah, sorry that my vlog at camp was a little more boring than I planned, but I will show some stuff tonight if I can stay awake. And you'll definitely get to see the boat ride and the Cracker Village and hopefully the museum. So stay tuned. I will catch up with you guys in a little bit. One more funny story. So apparently I forgot my clothes bag at home. I brought it back in the house to pack up after doing my laundry and left with it right on my bed. So that's why I'm wearing the same shirt as yesterday since it's not dirty yet. And I don't think I have many extra shirts. I have a few extra shorts and jammy type things that I have stuffed in my pillowcases. But we'll see what I end up coming up with for tomorrow. So hopefully I don't get too sweaty and disgusting today until I'm ready to put on one of my camp tanks when I get back to camp later, because I don't have anything else to wear. Such a camping beginner fail. but it's not like I forgot my fan or something really important. So if I have to wear the same thing for 3 days, I guess it's not the end of the world. Oh well, at least I can shower if I get too stinky. So, I mean, of course I'm gonna shower in 3 days. Full disclosure, I did not shower last night because I showered right before I came here, but I will be showering tonight when I show you my nighttime routine at camp. So, all right, I'm done blabbing. I'm gonna head over to the main entrance in a little bit and take you around that part. Maybe we'll see some monkeys on the Ross Allen Island Boardwalk, I think is what it's called. And then we'll just kind of hang out until it's time to get on the tour. They do have 2 different kinds of tours you can do. They have one that I think leaves every hour on the hour. That's like a 30 or 40-minute tour, and I'm doing the 90-minute tour. So I think we go further and you get a little more history, and they only do a few of those, I think 3 a day. So we'll see. I've never done this one before. I've done the shorter one, but I'm excited to check it out, and I hope to have some cool stuff to show you. So let's head over there and see what the main park is like, because we're going to spend the rest of the time at the campsite of the park. So, all right, see you in a bit. All right, so I'm basically ready to head over to the other side. I'm not quite as stowed away as I normally would be. Well, I mean, obviously I'm going to move these few things. But since I'm literally just moving from one entrance of the park to the other, I'll wait and get my hiking boots on once I'm over there and just use those for now. I just have everything wedged on this side. I have that door manually locked so it can't open. And then, like I said, since I'm just moving from one parking lot to the other, once I get there, I'm going to cover these 2 windows anyways to keep the heat out for while I'm exploring. And I'll put the windshield cover back on. But I just love my trees everywhere right now, so I wanted to soak that in a bit. See, look, there's my chocolate that I left from last night. I can't believe I just fell asleep eating dessert. And you can see you're definitely not alone out here, but they've done a good job with privacy with all the trees. And the sites are so big that you definitely feel like it. And I have my little picnic area. You get a fire pit and a grill, which I think is nice. I have plenty of room for a clam. Look at all the space I have in front of my site, too. All right, time to stop lollygagging. Alrighty, my friends, we are finally on the move. I'm telling you, you would think I ran a marathon yesterday. I feel sluggish. My limbs feel heavy and tired. Oh, I will be so glad when I finally figure out what the heck is wrong with me and can fix it. So straight ahead of me right now is the main parking for the museum. That's where we're gonna go later, and that's where the majority of the trailheads are. Like the Sandhill Trail and the Sinkhole Trail are on one side, and then like the River Trail and the Swamp Trail that I did last night are on the other side. Although I did end up taking part of the swamp, the sinkhole. I think I took part of the Sinkhole Trail back to the parking lot. And then the Sandhill Trail is off all by itself, which is really beautiful this time of year if the flowers have started blooming. I'm going to check that out later, because if they have, I think that'll be really pretty during golden hour. is a beautiful morning. I meant to charge the battery in my camera, so hopefully I am going to put a new memory card in though, just in case I'm going to be optimistic. I'm not seeing any rainbows on my face yet, although I'm not getting direct sunlight at the moment. I was getting a bunch all over the steering wheel and the dash last night, which was really pretty. All right, I'm going to turn this around so you can see the trail back to the main entrance. I'm trying to cut back on my coffee intake. I don't even want to admit how many a day I was drinking for a while. So I limited myself to one this morning, and now I'm having one of my peach seltzers and some water, just regular water. Not together, that would be gross. I just mean I have my water bottle as well. So, and I have some Gatorade in the fridge, so I'm trying to drink more water overall, but I will have some Gatorade afterwards because I feel like I just feel depleted lately. I wish I had I'm not going to keep saying I wish I had a GoPro because I know that's annoying, and I don't want you guys to think that I'm asking for anything because I'm definitely not. I'm just looking ahead to the days of my channel where I'll have the equipment to really give you the picture that I see in my mind that I'm hoping to convey to you one day. But there's all these beautiful little side trails, these dirt side paths that are windy with the same kind of beautiful trees that you're seeing here. Last night on the way in, there was a big, beautiful doe just standing in the middle of one of them. All right, this is the trail for the Sand Hill hiking trail I was telling you about, and that also connects to some of the other trails. So technically, you could pretty much do all of the trails connected as one if you wanted to. That one is more of a scrubby habitat. Well, Sand Hill, as the name suggests. So we're going to go ahead, and now we're leaving the main entrance to this side of the park, which is known as the camping entrance. And it's where you check in, it's where the museum is, it's where the majority of the trails are. Now we're leaving this part to go to the old historic main entrance of the park. And that side, just a quick little pro tip in case I forget to mention it later, is $2 a person. So depending on how many people are in your vehicle or if you're just by yourself, it's actually cheaper if you're going to visit for the day and you don't have an annual pass to go over to the main park first, pay your $2, get your ticket, and then you can come over to the camping entrance, which is normally I think like $6 per vehicle because it's up to 4 or 5 or 6, I don't know how many people. So if you show them your ticket from the other side, you get in free. So that way you only have to pay the $2 instead. So that'll save you a few bucks if you don't have an annual pass. I have my Florida State Parks pass, and I didn't have to pay admission anyway since I was camping. But again, if you're just here for the day, it's a pro tip there for you. Save you a few dollars. So we're actually out on the main road. I think this is 35 in Ocala. Lord knows I suck with my directions. But we're going to be turning back onto 40 up here at the light. And then the main entrance is literally right there. So it's only a few. You can actually see part of the historic parking lot there. To our right, I think you can see it there with the old trolley bus. Wow, I'm surprised. I mean, I know it's a Saturday, but I'm surprised there's already quite a few cars in the parking lot there. It's only 76 degrees, you guys. That is lovely compared to what we've been dealing with in the 90s and above. So, super happy about that. All right. We're getting ready to turn into the main entrance. And then we will walk on in. And I think we're going to do the Ross Allen Island Boardwalk. I looked it up to make sure I was correct this time. Before we check in. And then we'll just kind of hang out and take in the beautiful sights around the Head Spring area until it's time to load onto our tour boat. Hopefully we'll see monkeys one way or another today, either on one of our hikes or on the boat ride, or if we're extra lucky, maybe both. I know monkeys are very controversial since they're non-native, but the way I personally look at it, I'm in the camp that is Team Monkey because I think they're really fun to photograph from a respectful distance, just because it's a novelty. I mean, it's something you don't normally get to see here in Florida, obviously. So for that reason alone, I'm a fan, and I just like photographing wildlife. I realize that they're not meant for this ecosystem, but I also realize that that's not their fault, and they've been here for almost 100 years now. So that's just what I think about that. All right, anywho, ooh, I wonder if I should try to find some shade to park in. I'm just going to put my window covers up. All right, we're just going to... I think that's one up there, actually. Let's see. All right, sorry for the chaos there. See the historic entrance, Florida Silver Springs. This used to be a major roadside attraction in Florida before the Disney days, and they've kept a lot of that appeal in the initial or original attraction stuff, even after it became a state park in the 1980s. So we'll kind of tour around the main part of the park here while we're either waiting for our tour or after our tour before we head back to the other side. All right, see you in there. You can see they do have wheelchairs for accessibility.
Ricky.
So this one's name is Ricky?
Yeah.
Apparently there's some kind of dog walking event up here at the moment, so I'm guessing wildlife is going to be a little scarce right now. I'll have to come back first thing tomorrow morning. This is the amphitheater where they'll hold, like when they do field trips and things like that, they'll do kind of speaking, teaching type seminars here. I love the color of the water in this spot.
a little bit about the area and the river as we make our way down. Promise on the way back I'll give you some time to yourself to kind of sit and chat and just kind of enjoy the area. Let's start the spring. 99.8% pure spring water. And the temperature is just to name a few. And also 2 types of diamond bird. Shiny stuff on the bottom is limestone. And it's one of the reasons the river got its name, because when the sun shines on it, all the movie stars that have been here over the years doing TV and movie productions as far back as 1916. That's when they started making movies here. And ABC Broadcasting owned the property for many years, did a lot of different filming events. We'll talk about them as we go. Now all the water does come out of these different openings. Okay. Now we're going to swing around and head into another spring. In particular, it's called the Creature from the Black Lagoon. 3 different versions of that here. Now, one of the more common fish we have here, it's a little striped fish called a bluegill. And I should be coming in here momentarily, because comes a couple of them.
They're nice ones. That's what we fillet and then.
Now the other fish with poultry. The fish is the only wildlife we're allowed to feed here now, because this is a wildlife preserve. There's no swimming, diving, hunting, or fishing. It's all protected for the animals that live here. Now they call it that because they come in here and circle over it. If you look down, you should be able to see a little water coming out of the spring. You start up that limestone aquifer, which is basically an underground series of waterways that provides Florida with its fresh water. And the of an old dugout canoe left behind by the Timucuan Indians that were here over 500 years ago. That's our oldest artifact still here in the water. Now you're probably wondering, how can it still be there if it's hundreds of years old? Well, in many cases they use cypress wood to make these canoes. The cypress trees are very common here, and they call cypress wood the eternal wood because it will never rot as long as it's kept submerged in water. Now this is what you call a first magnitude spring, and all that means is it's the largest of all 8 categories of springs. Now in order to be classified as that, it has to flow at least 100 cubic feet of water every second. That equates to about 65 million gallons of water or more coming out of one spring every day. And enjoy the view. There's a walking trail bringing you right down here to the dock. And we'll see that. And originally they came in from Southeast Asia back in 1938. They were brought in by an all-private towboat captain named Tui, because he wanted more of a jungle cruise theme to his boat tour. And he heard about these rhesus monkeys, so he put a dozen of them, shipped them in.
You see a turtle?
Now, of course, it was 10 years later in 1969, and they were filming a movie called Sam Whiskey. It starred Burt Reynolds and Angie Dickinson, and they used the same boat for their movie. But now what's left of it is like a little reef. Little fish like to live in it. Pretty quiet, actually, today. Some artifacts and things like that. During the week, it's used as a classroom. We want to have time to show you a few more things at the other end that we didn't see on the way down. Well, let's check around here real quick.
That was another thing. I had 3 baby owls in that tree. Jump right into it. Reach out there and catch it when it jumps in.
I'll get it. I'll be on.
Now you saw that little blue heron back there, that blue bird. Here on the left, that's white bird. That's That's one as well. That's a young little blue heron because they're all white, like this one when they're first born. And they don't get that blue color. The red flower sticking straight up, it's called the cardinal flower. A few more turtles here in the right.
Stick your hand out and touch it.
There he is.
Yeah, right there.
Now it's going to be hard to see because in the middle of this boat there are two narrow panels of glass. One piece of glass is actually still intact and when it's broken, but this is how they used to do it.
Oh, okay.
One manpower.
That's cool. That is very cool.
It's a big tree.
Because this is where we launched from. But we've not seen this water because it wasn't here when we left. It's off to my right and goes all the way around the perimeter, even past the dock, like a big half circle. It's about a 10-foot cave opening with a rock ledge over. I'll show you part of it here in a second. So you can see why it was very popular with all the TV and movie producers making those underwater scenes. As well as an old TV show from the 60s called I Spy. We got episode was 1968. They're about 7 feet tall, made out of fiberglass and weighted down with concrete. Let me get around here. The current is pushing me here. Now these are only 3 of about a dozen that originally were put down there back in the early 60s for different scenes. And when the movie folks left, they took the rest, left these 3, and they've been down there ever since. So let me get around here again. Like I say, you can't see the current, but you can see how it pushes it.
All right, another super simple camp meal. I'm just adding a